everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's lovely as always to have your company. And today I have a very special guest for you. Her name is Eydie Harris, all the way from America. And Eydie is going to share with us her experience of Adam Lambert singing in Cabaret. I'm so delighted. Welcome, Eydie. And thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
I'm
It's such a
delighted you're
pleasure.
here. So, obviously you saw Adam. Did you see him once or did you go more than once? Because I know some
No,
people
I've
do.
seen him quite a bit. I
I
have
mean, in
been
Cabaret.
going, I'm not counting. I'm not counting until it's over how many times I've seen the show.
Oh,
As a
wow.
matter of fact, I'm
Okay.
going tonight to another show and tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Okay. That, oh my God.
But it's kind of been like we'll start go we'll just go once a month, me and my group of friends. We'll
Mm,
just go once a month.
yeah.
And then it was twice a month, and then it was once a week.
Oh, I love
And it's kind of like been like, all right, well, I'm not doing it. I'm retired, and so is my buddy Arlene.
yeah.
So it's like, I have nothing to do today. I want to go see Cabaret.
Oh, I love that. That's
So that's how
awesome.
it's been. So people say, how many times have you gone? I'm like, I'm not counting until it's over.
That's fantastic. Oh my word. That is
Yeah, it's a little
wonderful.
crazy, but it's
Why
fun.
not?
Yeah.
Right? Why not? Yeah.
I even asked Adam because I did the meet and greet for his birthday. And I
Oh,
said, "You must be tired of seeing us." And he said, "Oh no." He said, "You're the ones that brought me here, like to
yeah.
where I am now." So,
Yeah.
he's still humble that way.
That's wonderful. He's an amazing guy, isn't he?
He
Yeah.
is. He really is.
He's so
Yeah.
kind and amazing. And as you say, humble.
Humble. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
So,
it's wonderful that he acknowledges the fact that, you know, us Glamberts have got
yeah.
him where he is today, because this is
Yeah.
a kind of full circle moment for him as well, getting back in theatre, musical
He
theatre
is
on
so
Broadway.
marvelous.
Mm.
Yeah. He is so good on that stage.
So
That's his stage.
yeah,
That's his stage. Really is.
the
So,
home. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
please tell us your impressions, if you can. Share with people who can't go. I would love to go, but I haven't been able to, and I don't think I'm going to make it this time, although I've
Yeah.
traveled around the world to see Adam, as we all have.
Yeah.
So yeah, what is it like to see him in a musical theatre like that?
All right. So the first time I saw him, because I'll go back to the
Yeah,
first time that I saw him, he comes out in that outfit with the party hat and the makeup and everything. And he's just in the middle of this, the lights go on and he's in the middle of the stage, like, wow. It's already like, wow, when he comes out, and everybody, of course, applauds and then he sings. And that opening number is amazing. He just nailed it, and he nails it every night still.
right.
Still, when he comes up on that stage, I am excited to see him like it was the first time.
Yeah.
Um, his acting and his comedy,
Mhm.
because now from the beginning, like in the beginning, he sticks to the script and, he throws his little, Adam is very funny, so he throws his little jokes in there.
Yeah.
But now it's the Adam Lambert show. He ad libs everything, and he's very funny, and he could be very dirty at
Naughty,
times,
yeah.
but that's part of the play itself.
Of course.
Is they're ladies of the night, and it's all about Sin City, living in sin, and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
Um, the theater is beautiful, the way it's set up, the tables and um, the decor, everything about it is just so well thought out. The cast, every single one of them, from the prologue dancers to the crew, the lighting crew, everybody are fantastic.
That's
You
lovely
know,
to know.
I can't say enough about everybody, even security, like letting you in. They're also friendly and nice, and everybody's really kind over there. They all really love working. That's what I think, you know.
Yeah,
So, you know, Cabaret is working for them and they're working. Um,
that's
I
fantastic.
guess I kind of went off on a tangent on that, but
That's okay. We
as
want to know
far as
all.
the play itself, um, it's such a message. There's so many messages in there, such a bunch of metaphors and yeah, you know, like the fun and you know, like oh, we're all having fun, and I kind of feel like that's how I am right now. I'm
Yeah,
having so much fun and waiting for what's going to happen the
right.
way things are today.
Yeah,
Um, and you know, like how some of them are in denial and some of them don't know what to do and you know it's just like and then there's still like in this party atmosphere but then it gets dark and
mm,
when Adam just flips the switch from comedy to darkness
right.
like incredibly I mean like the switch gets flipped really quickly but he does it so smoothly and
Yeah.
just like you know how does he do that how I don't understand like with the makeup and everything he's dressed as a clown, you
Mhm.
know, and a clown, it's got
Yeah,
like a little happy face and everything.
yeah,
And then there's a scene in there where he becomes so dark
right.
and you see him and all you see is a demon in front of you in a clown outfit. And
Yeah,
it's like, how does he change his face like that? That's what I want to know. It's like, that's what I watch. I watch every facial expression on
yeah.
him. And he's a
Wonderful.
scene stealer. He steals scenes. He's sitting on the side of the stage and he's doing motions and making faces. You
Yeah,
can't help but look at him.
yeah. Well, he
You
has
can't help
that
but look at him.
huge sort of stage presence as well. Anyway, I
Very huge, very
cannot look
huge.
away from him. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah, he really does.
yeah,
But you know, everybody in that show is just fantastic.
that's
And
fantastic.
well, what else can I say to you? What do you want me to say about
Well, I mean, I think people want to
everything?
know more about how it feels to see Adam in a musical theater show because none of us have really experienced that before,
Yeah.
you know. And I personally think that he's probably the perfect person for that show because
Yes.
as the MC, he's in communicating with the audience all the time, isn't he? So right
Yeah.
from the beginning, he sets this sort of atmosphere for that to happen. And because of
Yes.
his work as a solo artist and also, you know, with Queen,
Frontman. Yeah.
it probably makes him feel much more comfortable doing that than he otherwise might have been, or
Yeah.
perhaps other artists who take on that role would
Mhm.
feel that comfortable doing it in the way that he
Yes.
might do it. Do you feel that his performances with Queen and his solo performances as a singer and
Yeah.
connecting with the audience directly helped him in connecting as the MC?
Definitely.
Do you think,
Definitely.
does that
Yes.
come across?
Definitely. I mean, to me,
Yeah,
I never want to see him leave Broadway. That's how I feel.
right.
Like I feel he belongs on the Broadway stage
Yeah,
more than anything. And I have been following him for 16 years
right.
and I've gone to many, many concerts,
Yeah,
his solos,
yeah,
Queen concerts, and now this.
yeah.
And I have never seen him better
Right.
than this.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Never,
Yeah,
never, never. And I think a lot of people feel the same way. Like, you know, of course, everybody wants to see him on the stage, you know, and
yeah,
they want to see him do a tour,
of
you
course.
know, and so do I,
Yes.
you know, but I wish the whole world could see him on this stage. That's
So
how
do
I feel.
I. I wish
I
they'd
really
make a
wish they could.
movie. Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
I really do because he's just shining so brightly. He's he's just a master of ceremonies. He's just like extraordinary in this role. He's extraordinary in
well, the
this
thing is, I
role.
mean, his background is musical theatre, isn't it? Apart from the fact that he
Yes.
trained as a classical
Yeah.
singer when he was
Yes.
younger. But his background is musical theatre, for those people who don't know that. And it's kind of, like I said, a full circle for him because he was in musical theatre before he went solo
Yeah.
as a singer, and now he's come back and he's always wanted to be on Broadway, and now he has his chance. But I think Adam isn't, like you said earlier, he's funny. He has this natural way of being funny, and he's
Yeah.
a comedian.
He needs his own comedy show. He really
Yeah,
does.
but he's also an
I could see him on
extraordinary
TV
actor.
on that kind of stage too,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
A
would be
weekly show would
fantastic.
be nice.
It would, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Hope somebody's listening.
That would be fantastic. Yeah. But
Yeah.
he's also an extraordinary actor. Do you know what I mean? Like, I see that when he sings,
Mhm.
even just in his solo
Yeah.
performances, he inhabits the character of the song that he's
Yeah.
singing. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
completely 100% committed and inhabits the character. And so that's why I always talk about Adam as a master storyteller, because as
Yeah.
a singer, he's extraordinary. He uses all his skills. And it's like watching a master class. So
Hmm.
this is why I think people are fascinated with him performing in Cabaret, because you must see the masterclass right in front of your eyes, not just the voice, not just the
Right.
the huge stage
Right.
presence and the communication with the
Yeah.
audience, but all the other
Yeah.
nuances
The
and skills
body
that he
movements,
has. Yes.
everything, like he's the dancing. I mean, like he dances around that stage. He's just so good at it. And it's, to watch and like I said, every time I see the show, I kind of pick something else out, like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I don't remember that. Like, how did you do? And I feel like I could be everybody's understudy. That's how many times I went to see the show, including
I
the
love
band
it.
and including the people that work on the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But it's
it's like,
extraordinary also because when you get somebody like Adam, who is a master at what he does and has this huge, amazing skill set, I think, having worked in the theatre myself for many years, if you come across somebody like that in your cast, it pulls the entire show up. It pulls
yes,
everybody,
yes,
everybody wants to do better. Everybody um gets sort of hangs on to that energy, and the whole thing
yeah,
will lift. So if
yeah.
he do you know what I mean? Like if he leaves the show and somebody else takes over that role, it might not quite work that way. Am I right? Or do
I,
you
I would I would think so. Everybody, I mean, everybody has their own personalities and
of
stuff
course.
like that. So,
Yeah,
you know, when they click
yeah,
together,
it's fantastic.
it makes for a party, it
Yeah,
makes for a good
yeah,
time. It makes everything better.
yeah.
I hope when Adam leaves that this next person is going to be that way, with them,
Fabulous.
because there's
Yeah,
such a fabulous cast.
yeah.
Even, like I go to the stage door and the cast comes out, they're so friendly and they're so nice and they take pictures. And
Oh,
even when they're on the stage, they might acknowledge you somehow, like,
yeah,
oh, I see you.
yeah.
Like I've gotten the phone call at the table. And one
Oh,
time one girl called me and she says, "You've been here before." And I said, "Yes," I went like that. And she says, and I told her, I said, "I could be everybody's understudy." So she cracked up about that. She really laughed about that. And then she asked me my name, and I was sitting with Arlene, and then she spoke to Arlene, and we went outside to to the stage door, and she came out and she goes, "Hi, Arlene. Hi, Edie."
oh,
Like she didn't
wow.
even forget who we were,
That's
and I think that
fantastic.
was so sweet and so nice. And
Yeah,
even like after that, she came out one day, like maybe weeks later, she came out one day
yeah.
and she saw us and she said, "Hi, Edie. Hi, Arlene."
Oh, well,
And
she
she goes,
remember.
"My favorite
Yeah,
people." She goes like,
yeah. Oh, that's so
so,
nice.
like they're so like personable with
Yeah,
everybody, that whole cast.
makes you
They're so
feel
nice.
welcome. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, and
But
I think, you know, having Adam's fans out there may be that
yeah,
reason for them being like that because they see us so often.
yeah.
But
But it also probably makes him feel quite comfortable because he
I
knows
think
he's
so.
safe. You know,
Yeah.
not that he's not normally, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
But that being said, I mean, there are not that many Glamberts in the audience all the times that I go. I
yeah,
mean, they are people that are there just to go to the theater or to see Adam because they
yeah,
heard about him.
yeah,
I really think that Broadway really embraced him.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Unlike what the music business does to him, they're always
Yeah,
on his back
it's a
and
bit
stuff.
shaky. Yeah.
They just took him in and,
Oh,
they're embracing him and hugging him and
yeah.
doing all kinds of things with him and
Oh,
promoting him, which is something that's, to
wonderful.
me, always seems like, why isn't he being promoted?
Yeah.
And they promote him, the billboards on Broadway and on the side streets and the subway
Oh,
and
fantastic.
like it's all over the place. Even in the trains, they have these little screens with, like it just rolls around with pictures,
Yeah,
and all of a sudden you see Adam with, Cabaret and stuff, and it's like,
yeah.
oh wow, I was on the subway, I saw it, I had to take a picture.
That's fantastic. Oh, I'm so thrilled
Like
to
it
hear
just
that.
they really put the money out there
Yeah.
to
Oh, that's
to let it
fantastic.
be known he's there,
Yeah. Yeah, because I
which
mean,
to
he's
me all
so
these years has
extraordinary.
never been done. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
great.
that's
I
wonderful
love it.
to know.
I love it.
Oh, that's
Of course,
fantastic.
I'm getting like two of the two of the things that I really love, like I really love Adam and I really love theater. So
Right. So
I'm getting two of the
good
best worlds
combination. Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
making me do theater more. I mean, of
Yeah.
course, it's basically only cabaret,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
for now,
For
but
now. Yeah. Yeah.
he's made me do this, and it's fun. It's fun and I just love doing it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I
I'm
do.
so
If he
thrilled.
stayed for a year, I may go broke, but if he stayed for years and years and years,
Oh, I love it. That's
I'd still
fantastic.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, because he's singing every night, but it's very different from singing in a Queen show, for example.
Right, right.
Um, I would assume that because he doesn't sing constantly and all those really difficult, almost aria-like pieces
Yeah,
with Queen,
yeah,
his voice is probably even healthier.
yeah.
Do you
I
find?
I would think so.
Yeah,
He doesn't have any real belt out type of songs,
right.
like they're all pretty
Yeah. Mellow
quiet
type
and
thing.
very
Yeah,
bluesy and
yeah. Oh, I feel so
jazzy
right.
and stuff, but
Yeah.
the I don't care much
Oh,
is
oh,
just, that is really like huge
yeah,
in that show. Like that's his huge number, like where he takes everybody in,
yeah,
and you want to cry when he's
yeah,
doing it because it's different than when he's singing the song
yeah.
on the video
Right,
and like
right.
on Jimmy Fallon and all of
Yeah,
that. It's totally different
yeah,
on the stage.
yeah, of
The whole
course.
scene is very different and it's very sad
Yeah,
because it's, when he's just resolved to what's going on, and now he comes out not in any of the costumes, no makeup. He wears a wig in the show, like a blonde wig,
right.
which is significant in this
Yeah, of
play, the
course.
blonde
Yes,
hair.
yes, yeah,
And he's totally no makeup and wearing very quiet clothes, like he's
right.
blending,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's the significant part,
Amazing.
is that he's blending in instead of being the master of ceremonies,
Yeah,
and flamboyant and all of that. He's blending
yeah.
with everybody with what he thinks they want him to be.
To be, yeah,
And it's sad,
yeah.
it's a sad moment because he's just giving up.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
Tell us a little tiny bit about, because not everybody has ever seen Cabaret or know about it. Can you
Okay.
tell us a little bit about the progression of the story? Like
Okay.
how it starts and then how it changes? Because I know there's huge changes in it. And
Yes.
like you just said, he gives up and tries to be
Yeah. So it
in.
starts out, like I said, very fun and funny and a big party.
Yeah,
They're all in the cabaret at the Kit Kat Club is a nightclub,
yeah,
and the ladies are, I'll say, ladies of the night,
yeah.
and so are the boys,
Right.
and they're all very scantily dressed. All the
Yeah.
girls and the guys are very scantily dressed, and
Quite
everything is very,
hedonistic. Yeah,
very sexy, and they all have this extravagant, beautiful makeup on,
yeah,
and which I love, and costume, and um, they all have their own little special character. Not that they're all speaking, the dancers are not speaking,
Right.
but they have their own little motions and stuff. And they're like all over the stage. They're laying on the stage, and
Yeah.
dare I say it, but they're spreading their legs and doing some motions
Okay.
because they're
Freaky
supposedly
show. Yeah.
looking for somebody. They're supposedly in the club looking for somebody to take in the back room with them.
Right.
That's basically what the idea is.
Right.
And then he introduces Sally
Mhm.
Bowles,
Yeah.
Alihi, who
Right.
is fantastic,
Fantastic. Yes. Yeah.
fantastic. She's amazing.
Yeah.
And he introduces her, and sometimes he he ad libs a lot, when he says all kinds of things, funny things about her
Yeah.
and everything when he introduces her. And one time, I think not the last time, maybe the time before,
Yeah.
he's like describing her, like, because he's saying she's, that she likes to be with the men and stuff like that, right? And trying to be kind.
Yeah.
But he starts describing her, and then at the end he goes, "She's a whore." He goes like that,
I love
and
it.
everybody like just cracked up laughing
All
at
it what
him,
it is.
because
Yeah.
you don't know what he's going to say. You just don't know, it depends on his mood. So,
And it is
and then he
quite
introduces,
unpredictable.
yeah, he just introduced her as a whore.
I love it.
And then,
It's fair to say.
yeah, and then the scene changes, and Cliff and Ernst, who is a German, Cliff is at the train station, and Ernst is at the train station. He's the German guy,
Right.
and he's kind of shady. And Cliff is from the USA, and he's coming to Berlin to write a book. He
Right.
wants to write a novel,
Okay.
and he and Ernst connect, and they become friends. And he teaches Ernst English, and they have English classes and stuff. And they,
Right.
it's very brief. You don't see
Yeah.
them having the English
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah.
It's basically a camaraderie with
Right.
them, that they become friends.
Right.
And Cliff also likes women, and he likes men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, there's that connection with them as well. And some other guys,
Mm.
some of the dancers that are
Yeah.
there, they show that he's kind of been with them.
Right.
And then he meets Sally, and they fall in love.
Okay.
And there's like their little love nest type of thing that she moves in. It's very comedic also.
Yeah.
Phoebe Newberg is
Okay.
Frau Schneider, and she's the landlord
Right.
and the landlady, and she doesn't like the idea of Sally. Sally just shows up with her luggage and everything, and she just plops it there on the floor, and
Yeah.
Frau Schneider is like, no, you can't do this. And then they bargain, and she, for money, and because it's all about money.
Of course.
And now Sally Bowles is living there.
Yeah.
So, and there's a bunch of people that live there. So it's Frau Schneider and Herr Schultz. And Frau Schneider and Herr Schultz have a relationship together.
Mm.
And he proposes to her, and he's Jewish and she's not.
Right.
And this is where, and now the
Mm.
scene is starting to change from a lot of fun with this relationship.
Yeah.
So he proposes to her. There's another woman, Michelle Aravina. She's Fritzy,
Hmm.
and she's a prostitute, and she lives in the house too. And she's always got the German sailors going back and forth. They're always running back and forth across the stage, paying her, and then they leave. So you see that
Yeah.
that going on in there. And Frau Schneider is always telling, you can't have any more sailors and this and that. And she's like, well, then I can't pay you rent, and then it's like, they go,
Yeah.
yeah, all right, one more time, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So then uh, Frau Schneider, I'm getting all screwed up here.
That's okay.
Frau Schultz
Yeah.
proposes, and they have this big party.
Right.
And Ernst, the German guy, Ernst,
Hmm.
comes to the party. And in between there, he had Cliff
Right.
doing runs to France for him
Okay.
to get something. he didn't say. He
Yeah.
told him baubles, perfumes and stuff like that.
Right.
So he starts doing that for money because
Yeah.
he needs money,
Yeah.
and never asks what he's doing and all that. So
Mm,
at this party,
yeah.
Ernst comes back and he's like, here's your bag, of baubles and stuff like that. And Ernst hands him the check. And,
Yeah.
Sally's very happy that they're getting this money in and stuff. And Fritzy asks him to dance because they're at this party, asks him to dance,
Right.
asks Ernst to dance.
Yeah.
And Ernst takes off his coat and he has a big swastika on his sleeve.
Oh my
The
gosh.
audience gets really like, whoa.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah, for
and
sure.
everybody that's on the stage that's supposedly at the party, like everything stops,
Mm,
it like becomes completely silent.
mm,
And then as he starts to dance with her,
mm,
and he's saying it's a lovely party and this and that, and she says, oh yeah. She says, um Herr Schultz has a lot of money. She goes, he's a Jew, like that. And then like again, everything
mm,
stops again. And he
yeah.
goes, what? And he, is like disgusted by it, by the whole idea that he's a Jew,
Yeah.
you know.
God. Okay.
So
My
he
word.
tells Frau Schneider that this wedding can't happen. As your friend, I'm
Mm,
telling you this wedding can't happen.
yeah.
And she says, no, he's a German. And he goes, he's not a German, and he says
Yeah.
very gruffly, and that's like another, like, because this is where all the power starts to come in with all the darkness starts to
Mm,
sort of flow in from this
right.
party.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then Adam comes out
Mm,
in somewhere in there. It might have been a little bit before the scene. Adam comes out in that money outfit, the black outfit.
yeah.
I think it's like when Ernst is paying
Right.
for the other guy going for Cliff going to Paris,
Yeah.
and he comes out with this evil black outfit. And another thing, like he's so evil all of a sudden. This outfit is so evil. It's beautiful. The
Yeah.
costume is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And he looks gorgeous in it
Yeah. Of
still, even
course.
though he looks so evil.
Yeah.
But so now Adam comes in with this evil look,
Right.
and now that's when everything turns really dark, and it goes dark, and then you have an intermission, and then it comes back again,
Right.
and
And then
and it
that's
gets
the,
to
yeah,
that's
the dark
where you
part.
start to come to the finale with um
Oh,
him joining, everybody kind of like joining in with the Nazis to
yeah.
blend,
Gosh.
because they're the people that are going to be arrested and taken away or whatever. So they're all dressed in their um the same color, like a
Right.
drab
Yeah.
color. They're wearing suits and stuff.
Yeah.
And Frau Schultz comes. They break up the wedding
Mhm.
because they decide it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And Frau Schultz comes back, and he's got his suitcases and he's leaving. And Cliff and Sally say goodbye.
Mhm.
And in between there, Sally tells Cliff she's pregnant,
Right.
and that's where the fairy tale. They had like this little fairy tale. I'm sorry, I missed that part. They have this whole tale idea that they're going to live happily ever after with their
Yeah.
child.
Oh,
But Sally can't be with just one man.
no, of course.
She can't do it.
Yeah.
And at the end, she realizes she doesn't want to be that person.
Mm.
She likes her career,
Yeah.
and she has an abortion. So that's the end of it, is where she tells him she had the abortion,
Right.
and they break up, and Cliff is supposedly going to America,
Right.
and she's staying behind.
Right.
But they're all now dressing in, like, she gets dressed on the stage,
Yeah.
into these clothes, because the whole time she's wearing like a bra and a corset, that
Right.
type
Right.
of thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
most of the show.
Yeah.
And then they supposedly, you hear a train whistle, and they're all supposedly getting on the train. And that's pretty much how it ends,
I have no idea.
that Adam sings Tomorrow Belongs to Me
Oh my God.
in
That must,
between there, and that's where they're
oh,
all
kills
joining
you.
in.
That must kill you. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's so many
yeah. But
similarities.
there's a lot of that type
Yeah.
of, as they bring in the ending,
Yeah.
there's a lot of, like like you just want to cry
Yeah.
because we know what the history was, you
Was,
know.
yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and the gorilla part.
Yeah.
Adam will just call, there's the gorilla when he dances with the gorilla.
Yes, yes,
If you
yes.
could see her, see, I'm missing a lot of things.
Mhm.
If you could see her, I feel like I'm
Yeah.
spoiling it though.
Yeah.
And
No,
he
I
sings
think
to her and
that gives us a really good idea
yeah,
what yeah, because as I said, many people haven't seen it, but I
yeah,
think a lot of people have seen the movie at least, so they kind of
yeah,
have an idea.
yeah. The movie is a background. It's totally different from the movie,
Yeah,
but
from
the
the
movie is
play.
a good background
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
the story is there.
yeah,
The
yeah.
story is there.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, thank you so much, Edie. Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
We're at the end of our time
Good.
together, but it's wonderful. Thank you for joining us and for
Thank
telling
you
us
for
about
having
Adam.
me. I
And
hope I didn't go off too much.
oh no, no, it's perfect. Exactly, because so many of us can't go and we can't see it. So
Yeah.
I'm delighted
Yeah.
that you came and talked to us about it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And
Thank you.
let me know if you want to do it again when it all
Okay.
finishes with him. And then
If
we'll
you want to, sure.
right at
That
the
would be
end,
great.
as you said.
Yes.
I
At
love
the
that.
end. Yeah, I'll give you the count.
Okay, good. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, well, thank you so, so much, Edie.
Thank
Have a
you. Thank you
wonderful
so
rest of
much.
your day, and we'll
Thank
speak
you.
soon. Mwah.
Bye to you.
Bye.